Okay, welcome to the first podcast ever, as in the very first video of these podcasts of what goes on a 17-year-old's mind. Welcome. I just want to say first off, I have recorded like a bunch of clips, like way previous episodes, but I didn't post it for the very reason that all of those videos felt forced and unoriginal. That's why I really want to re-record this. I might seem like a perfectionist, which I am, but I really want to make this video as in this is the video I'm going to post, and I will be posting this video. No hard feelings. I just want to share something today about what I felt on the way home. And currently it's exam week, and a lot of things are happening as of the current moment. And I have a lot of things that I'm feeling currently. And I want to share about my career, my passions, and my interests, And I am not able to express this. I don't know how, I'm still figuring out how am I going to express myself. And on the way home, that's the thought process I've been thinking is like the idea that the question that roams in my mind, on the way home is that this question is, what is my next big thing? Like, I'm so, all of the things I'm doing as of the current moment, like really building myself, having this sense of self-awareness, having this sense of really trying and wanting to build something, wanting to create something. I have a heart of an artist. I have a mind of an entrepreneur. I have this really an embodiment of a missionary that wants to share my spirituality to the world. I have this overwhelming sensation of really a lot of these things that I'm feeling right now. I just want to express it to the world, And I have like this. I also want to be an athlete. I want to be a lot of things, And I question myself, like, what is my next big thing? What is your next big thing? And then this question roams in my mind because, like, no one even knows what they want. Society right now doesn't even know what they want. And the thing is, this feeling inside you, this feeling that I'm feeling right now, this is like genuine strive of wanting to express and wanting to show the world that you can change the world just by doing this, just by listening, by telling people that I want to change the world and you should too. All of the things that you're doing right now can literally change the world. And let me tell you this, it doesn't seem like you can change the world, but you can actually change the world to some individuals, to just a small portion of those individuals. And when you motivate them, not just motivate them, but when you show them that, and when you inspire them to move, you will be also inspired to move yourself. And honestly, whenever this happens, whenever this feeling that I have of like really wanting to create, really wanting to express, really wanting to just genuinely put the thing out there, it's like, holy, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing myself? I'm like stalling myself. Like, I'm telling myself these excuses to create something. Like, I told myself to create something every day, to write something every day, to read something every day, to consume the highest form of work every single day. And I'm doing that. And no one's going to stop me from doing that. Nothing is going to stop me from creating the biggest, the best thing that I could express in this world. No one is going to stop me from doing that. And I'm telling you this right now. I don't know what will happen to me in the next few years, but this video itself will serve as a statement that at a young age, I want to express, I want to create, I want to tell the world who I am, and I want to change people for the better and not for the worse. I'm a genuine human being. I want to tell the world that you're not alone in this situation. There's a lot of individuals out there who is always doubting themselves to, oh, maybe I can't create something. Maybe I can't figure out the next big thing that I want. But the truth is, no one knows their next big thing. And when I was thinking about it, like, what is my next big thing? I don't even know my next big thing. But the thing is, you don't have to know your next big thing. You just have to start doing and creating. And let God, or let God himself to do the thing. Let him do the thing. Let him move you. My classmate always used to say this, but you should go with the flow. I mean, not literally everything, every time, but I think there's just things in life where you just have to go with the flow. Especially in things that you can't control. In Stoicism, when you're in a situation where you're in a dilemma, instead of feeling stressed, you just have to accept it, that you can't really control the situation. And that's the same thing right now, where you're like, you're trying to figure out your next big thing, but the truth is you can't control that thing. And you have to rely on that, on someone who's greater, and that's God. And so, when you come to this position where you're like, I want to create my next big thing. Like me right now, my next big thing is this. Telling the world that you can express, you can create, you can build something out of nothing with sheer amount of grit. Doesn't matter if you come from a really rich family or middle class family, or you're in a lower class. It's been proven. People have done it, people have been done it, and it's up to you to create the next big thing. Your next big thing. Now let me tell you this. If you're an artist, if you're a creative, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're just a mere individual, let me tell you this, you have all the right in the world to express, to create, to build something. And don't let that shining bright star inside you tell the world to tell you that don't follow the conformities of this world. The people around you that are telling you just not create, not build something, not be someone. Don't follow them. Please, just don't. Listen to their perspective. But when that perspective of theirs is destroying your dream, and destroying what's inside you, what you feel, don't follow that. I know it's more following your heart, but it's more following your gut and then praying about it and asking if it's the right really thing, because that's what I do. I don't really rely on myself. I can't rely everything on myself. That's why I rely on someone higher than me, and that's God. I know this kind of spiritual, but I also want to share something that is spiritual and is very innate to me. Now, I also want to tell you guys that sometimes dreams, sometimes not just dreams, but visions of your dreams, sometimes you have to really build that foundation from the ground up. I know some people don't know what they're doing just yet, but let me tell you this. Everyone starts there. Everyone would start from nothing. Everyone would start from not feeling something, They would start from not feeling something. And then eventually one day you'll feel that, oh, I have to do more than what it is now. Because look, me right now, I have been keeping this thing inside me of wanting to create. My entire room is a reflection of what I want to be. I want to be an artist. I want to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a clothing brand owner. I also want to be a designer. I also want to make systems for people. I also want to start an agency. I also wanted to start a creative agency. I also wanted to sell Jejero products. I also wanted to do a lot of things that made me into this very unique version of myself. All these interests become something, not just nothing. Because when you get older, society tells us that you can't be all of these things, and you just have to stick to one thing and go get a job. But let me tell you that if you have something really innate inside you, you want to create, or not just create in general, but you just want to build something, just please don't let that thing die. And then ask yourself once a year, or even once, or even every day, ask yourself, what's the next big thing? And I know it's a stupid question, because we all know that you don't know the next big thing, but this will tell you, this will activate your mind, whoa, okay, I should really get going. And when I realized this, because I have this really huge 365-day calendar on my wall, and I realized I have to take action. And I do. I just do. I have goals now. I have set it very clear in my whiteboard. Like, oh shoot, I have to do this. And people who are thinking right now, like, who know me personally, I'm actually failing in my academics right now. But let me tell you this. A big part of my life right now is changing. A big part of my life is evolving. I know that one side of my life is going bad, but let me tell you, I'm trying to balance everything, and it's not that hard. It's not hard. It's super hard. It's super hard to balance everything. But let me tell you, I'm on a stage right now where I know what I want, and I know what I specifically not really desire, but I know what I'm trying to aim for. And I pray about what I aim for because I don't want to just rely on myself. I want to rely on someone greater, and is God. And I want to really let him know that I have this dream, you know? And it's just crazy, you know, because like there's so much things that's stopping me from doing this thing that I want. But now I'm doing it. I just have to do it. So I'm doing this. No matter what the cost, no matter what it is, I am posting this. I'm going to let the world know that I'm an individual who is just not just an individual, but who is an individual who wants to create, who isn't just an individual who is striving for more, who is an individual that doesn't conform to society, rather an individual who is wanting to create, wanting to express, who has multiple interests, who has an eye for aesthetics, who has actual taste, who is a reflection of what everyone could possibly be, to inspire people, to let them know that you are more. You are more than what you are now. Society tells you that you can't be more anymore. Please be more. I know like the sense of the idea of like wanting more is just bad, but what I mean by more is to really learn more about yourself, to really read different things that the world has to offer, not in a bad way of course, and really develop that self-uniqueness, you know. Don't limit yourself, you know, but the thing is, don't conform to the world. Listen to yourself and pray about it to God. If your direction is going okay, pray about him. Ask him if the thing you're doing is correct, if it's on alignment to him. Remember that don't rely on yourself, rather rely on someone greater. As you want progressively more and more knowledge about what you're going through, what you want, and what you're like trying to build yourself, you know, as a human, as a self-made man, as a self-made woman, you want to rely on someone greater rather than relying on yourself. I think that our culture today, our society today is reliant, very, very self-reliant on self-love, and don't, trust me, you can't just rely on yourself. At the same time, you are not going to be sustainable enough to just rely on yourself. You have to have beliefs. You have to strengthen your beliefs. You have to actually be believing something. You can't be neutral in a situation. This is like politics, you know. You can't be neutral. If you're neutral, like, oh, you have to be in one side. If you're neutral, people are gonna bash you. But let me tell you this. Believe in something super, 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 super true. And what I believe in specifically is God. And I specifically believe in Christianity because Christianity really gives me the sense of reflection that it's given me not just enough information, but it's more of that my faith leans towards it. In every step that I go, it's just that my faith is stronger every single day. And I feel like in my reflections, when I reflect on myself, I tend to really just reflect upon the Bible. It's like I see a part of myself on God's word. And it's just that I think that most people, or now individuals nowadays, they don't really read the Bible, so they don't really know what's going on. But don't be scared. Don't be scared on what you believe in. Don't be scared that you're going to get bashed of whatever you're going to say in the internet. No. No, trust me, that something innate inside you. You want to become a lot of things, right? Maybe it's like desires, sure, but let me tell you this: God has a plan for everyone, and if you're not gonna be a designer, that's okay. But the thing is, right now is you're building yourself, you're creating yourself, you're trying different things and trying to explore and what's really going on inside you. So, back to the topic is that what's your next big thing? I guess we'll never know. But start creating, start doing, start executing, and don't fall for the conformities of the world. Don't let anyone stop you from creating your dreams, from creating anything that is possibly going on. Believe, believe, believe. Believe in yourself, believe in God. Believe that your family, believe in everyone around you. Don't spread hate. Rather, spread that love. Spread the positivity that really goes on, rather than hate, where hate is very relevant, and ego and pride. So what's your next big thing? Reflect upon that and ask yourself that, okay, maybe I don't really have a next big thing. Well, it's true. You don't really have the next big thing. But the thing is, if you think about it well enough, you're sort of going to figure it out. But at the same time, might not even happen. Anyways, trust in yourself, trust in God, and hope for the best. Okay? Okay, guys. This is like the end of the podcast. Anyways, bye-bye.